Everyone has a story, including you. It helps you make sense of the world. When things happen, good or bad, your story gives the event tone and color. This is one reason that two individuals who witness the same thing can have completely different understandings of what happened. Their diverse stories help them create unique tones and colors for what they saw. Your story is important. It gives every event or every smaller story in your life meaning. Big stories that give smaller stories meaning are called meta narratives. Your life has a meta narrative that defines everything. It's made up of what you've chosen to believe about the world. What you believe about the world is linked to how you've processed the things that you've endured. Let's say it again. Everyone has a meta narrative, a big picture story. Well, so the Bible has a meta narrative. So let's make that a little more personal. God has a story. It's easy to say that the Bible is God's story and just move on, but the Bible is a book of smaller stories. There's smaller narratives, which makes it easy to lose track of the big picture. The meta narrative of the Bible is the story about the stories. It's the account that gives everything else meaning. If you don't understand God's story, you can easily get stuck or even discouraged. And as a Christian, the biblical meta narrative is what you've embraced. You may not realize that, but you have embraced, by believing in Christ, the biblical meta narrative. Therefore, it would make sense for every believer to know and understand God's story. In this section, we're going to break down God's story into four movements: creation, fall, redemption, and restoration. These movements will create a way for us to understand and connect the various stories we find in scriptures into one flowing narrative.